Hello and welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. My name is Eva Kulich, and today we're going to be doing a 30-minute Heart Asana sequence. Heart Yoga is an ancient system of yoga where we use meditation and visualization, this high level of focus on our body, on our breath, and on our thoughts. And we have a strong intention while we practice. And this opens our heart, this opens our subtle channels in our body, and this promotes good health and a really joyful state of mind. So for today's class, we're going to be doing something that is really required for a yogi to reach true happiness and true freedom. And this is a state of abundance. We need to feel abundant in our lives and feel secure financially, secure in our comforts at home, secure in our bodies, and we need to have our needs met. We need to feel like we can be comfortable in our lives and not have to worry about where's our next meal going to be. Do I have enough money to pay rent? Do I have enough money to do the things that I love to do? As a yogi, it's really necessary that we have abundance, that we feel like we have more than enough to support ourselves and others, and that we feel supported, and that we feel like we can practice generosity with our energy, with our materials. So for today, we're going to dive deep into abundance. And we have to tap into what abundance feels like for us. And we'll also tap into, okay, what's the opposite of that? Scarcity. And we'll tap into that and change the prana in our body and come into a place of abundance and offering that to others, offering abundance and being generous to others so that we plant the seeds to really experience generosity in our world and abundance. So I invite you to close your eyes and make sure your spine is tall and straight, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, and having an uplift through the top of the head, the crown. Taking a deep inhale in, and exhale, softening through your whole body, allowing yourself to breathe open any tension that you're holding in your body. We can begin by being very generous with our breath and with our attention to any contracted areas in our body. Any tension, we can bring our awareness there, use our breath to expand, and let the pain, the tension dissipate. And notice if you ever have a feeling of scarcity in your world, like there's not enough for you, not enough time, not enough money, food. And notice how that feels in the body. Maybe it's this kind of tension in the upper back or neck, or a ringing in the belly, heaviness of the heart. Maybe the throat tightens up. And when we understand the system of seeds, we understand that we can't experience anything unless we've given that first. So this feeling of scarcity in our world can be completely shifted into feeling abundant just by a shift in our thoughts, words, and deeds. And I would like to invite you to bring your awareness to your heart space And use your breath, the softness of your heart, to hold that feeling of scarcity in your world. That feeling like there's not enough. And use your heart to soften the edges. To really listen to what the remedy is to create abundance in that space of scarcity. It's this feeling of generosity. And let this feeling of generosity completely wash over this open-hearted giving quality where we can heal all of the pain. Let that light shine through your whole body into your world. And slowly, let's take a deep inhale. And exhale, sigh out of the mouth. And slowly you can open your eyes and we'll begin some movement. Finally. So let's begin in a cross-legged position. Sit bones rooting down. And we'll just begin some Sufi grinds to open up the spine. Being generous with our breath. Being generous in our bodies and our minds to any contraction, scarce or constricted states. So it's kind of like a cat-cow, but you're seated. So on your inhales, open through the whole front body. The throat opens, the belly, the heart. And then on your exhales, come into a tuck, pressing through the back of the heart. And let this pranic flavor, this feeling of generosity come into your practice. Invite it in. And then we'll switch the position of our legs and go in the other direction. And it's always helpful to think of someone in our lives who might be really feeling scarcity and offer them everything they need to feel completely comfortable and secure in their lives. We can use our breath and our mind to offer them that energy. Big, generous Sufi grinds. A few more here, making sure that you're smiling, your body, your face is soft. Beautiful. And let's lock our elbows onto our knees, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and we're going to twist to the left. Pushing the right hand against the right knee, we're going to lever ourselves into a twist, a deep twist to the left. Try to keep both arms pretty straight. You can have a slight bend in the left elbow. And any feeling of contraction, just open your heart to it. Listen to what it's asking for. Inhale, coming up to center. Changing the crossing of your feet, and we'll do shoulder lever in the other direction, locking the left hand, the left elbow, twisting to the right. Deep breaths here. Let it nourish your whole body. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Step the hands back behind you, feet mat width apart, and do some windshield wipers. Great. And let's come to our hands and knees, and we'll do a bit of core warm up to start. So rooting through the knees, the hands. We're going to lift the right leg and the left arm out in front of us, and the right leg's pushing back behind you. Super strong and stable here. Offer this stability to your world, where no one feels unstable, no one feels wobbly. Having everything they need to be comfortable and happy and have financial freedom too. Holding here. And then let's exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, or you can kiss the knee. And then inhale back out to extend. And we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale as you reach out. Exhale as you tuck. Inhale, reach out one last time. And exhale, release. We'll do the other side now. Left leg back, right arm forward. Hold here. Really deepening your breath. And then exhale, come into your tuck. Inhale out 3 more times. And release. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands forward, curling the toes, and come into downward facing dog. Taking your time here, walking the heels down one at a time, spreading evenly through the fingers, really rooting through the base of the middle pointer and thumb, and reach the sit bones back and up. Letting the breath elongate. Beautiful. Let's come to plank pose. So really engaging through the legs, the buttocks, pushing the mat away from you, pressing the back of the skull up towards the ceiling a little bit, elongating through the crown. Feeling the tailbone tuck as you engage through the glutes. Holding here. And exhale back to down dog. Inhale back to plank pose. Pressing the legs strong, the hands against the mat. Back of the neck is long. Smile. And exhale back to down dog. Feeling some heat building up. Now we'll come to plank pose one more time, but from here we're going to tiptoe our feet towards our hands. Keep the shoulders stacked above the wrists and come to Uttanasana, forward fold. You can grab opposite elbow. Let the head shake. Taking some deep breaths here. As we inhale up to halfway lift, looking ahead, and exhale, fold forward. Let's bring the feet together, heels together, inner knees together. As we sweep the arms along the mat, reach the hands up, come into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bringing the heat into your practice. This transformative energy to really shift into abundance. Offering that abundance to our world. Inhale, standing up to straight. Reach up with the hands. And exhale, fold. Clasping the hands behind you overhead. Stretching the shoulders. Try to keep the palms together. Exhale, release. Hands touch down. Left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhaling, knees down, chest in between the hands, and chin down. Sit bones floating. Inhale, pubic bone comes to glue to the mat into cobra. Shoulders rolled up and back and down. Legs are strong. Open the front body. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and exhale. Left knee touches the left elbow. Left wrist. Right wrist. Right elbow. Step the foot in between the hands and bring the arms up. High lunge. Hold an imaginary beach ball in front of you and begin to do some gentle twists at the belly. Try to keep your balance. Smile. Offer this balance into your world. Beautiful. Come to stillness. We're going to reach the right arm forward and then come into a bind, a twisted bind. Let's touch the right back knee down on the mat as we get really into our bind here. So the right elbow is reaching for the outside of the left knee. Come into prayer at the hands, at the heart, making sure the forearms are vertical. You can stay here with the right knee grounded, or you can look ahead and extend the back leg. Breathing here. Deep, nourishing breaths. Beautiful. Let's touch down with the hands. Shift the weight forward. Press back to downward facing dog. Exhale. And then inhale, plank. Coming down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up, cobra, or upward facing dog. And back to down dog. Let's inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Right wrist. Left wrist. Left elbow. Step the foot in between the hands as you raise the arms up. High lunge. Holding your beach ball, smile, and begin your twists. Feel this abundant generosity streaming through your heart, offering it and nourishing the beings in your world who you know need it. Beautiful. Come to stillness. You can touch the left knee down, preparing for our twist. So bringing the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, getting deep into the twist. Maybe the knee reaches for the armpit, and then bring your hands to prayer. And you can stay with the left knee grounded or look ahead and float the left knee up. Beautiful. Being strong here, stable. You can look up towards the ceiling. Deep breaths here in this twist. And then gently touch down, shift your weight forward and float the right leg back to downward facing dog. Exhale fully. Inhale, plank, coming down, upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Make it audible to really relax the nervous system. You know, the nervous system has to feel quite relaxed to tap into that abundance and generosity state. Let's inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Right knee down, right top of the foot down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Bringing the arms up and come into cactus arms as you open the heart up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, left hand on the inside of the left foot as we reach the right arm up into triangle. Deep breaths here. Outer edge of that right foot is glued to the mat. Right hand taps the left foot as we bend the left knee and windmill up into warrior two. Tuck the tailbone a little bit, making sure you're really stacked over your hips. And that you can see the first two toes on the left foot. Arms out. And then let's bind right hand on the right thigh as we reach up, opening the left side body into exalted warrior. And then into extended side angle. Left elbow on the left knee as we reach forward with the right fingertips. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Touching down, shifting the weight forward, pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, and coming down, vinyasa. And take a deep cleansing breath in your down dog. Holding here. One more deep breath. Being super generous with your breath. And then from here, let's float the right leg up and step it in between the hands as the left knee grounds, left top of the foot grounds. Coming up into low lunge, cactus the arms, and open our heart up towards the sky. Make sure the sit bones are coming in towards each other when you do back bends. And exhale, Utkatasana triangle pose, pivoting the back left foot. Opening here. Tapping the right foot with the left hand, bend the right knee as you open up to warrior two. Strong stance here. Deep breaths. Left hand on left thigh as we open up in exalted warrior. Feel the right side body stretch. And exhale into extended side angle. Elbow on the knee as we reach the left fingertips up overhead. And then let's touch down with our hands, shift the weight forward, pressing back to down dog. Inhale to plank and coming down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath here. And let's bring the knees down on the mat. And we're going to get ready for Utkatasana, camel pose. A nice heart opener here. So let's begin with curling the toes and having the hands in the low back. You can roll the shoulders up, back, and down as you begin to press down through the knees by tucking the tailbone in between the legs. Always keep the tailbone tucking down in between the legs, the sit bones knitting together. And then begin to open the heart up towards the ceiling, like if the heart was tied on a string to the sky. Keep reaching the hips forward, opening the heart. And if the heart is above the head, you can open the throat. And exhale, coming up. And just gently coming into a child's pose, opening through the low back. Breathing into the low back and offering this heart-opened generosity, this abundance to our world. All those beings who really struggle on having enough, who live with poverty, offer them everything they need, offer them this perfect feeling of abundance. Beautiful. Let's swing our feet, our legs out in front of us, and prepare for Uttanasana, Western stretch. So inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands beside the knees as we ripple our spine straight. And just hinge at the hips. Try to keep the spine as straight as possible. Maybe you can bind onto your feet with your hands. And really feeling into any sort of contraction, any sort of, edge that we're feeling in our body. And honor the edge. Don't go too past your edge. But breathe into any sort of tension, any sort of contraction, and release it. Breathing into the back of the hamstrings, the low back, as we get deeper into our Western stretch. Inhale, coming up. And let's bring our hands back behind us, fingers pointed towards the sit bones. And then roll the shoulders up, back, and down, bending through the elbows as we reach the hips up. There's an option here to bend the knees and then lift the hips up. Looking at the ceiling, breathing the shoulders open. Lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Sitting down. Bring the feet mat width apart and do some windshield wipers. And slowly, let's come onto our backs. And we'll do a bit of a dynamic pose to close our asana. So bring the inside of the ankles and the inside of the knees together. cactus the arms and really root back through the back of the skull. And we're just going to windshield wiper our 90-degree legs side to side, using the core to lift the legs up. And try to keep both shoulder blades super rooted into the mat. Try not to lift your shoulder blades as you go side to side. And then do a few more here. And slowly and gently touch down with the feet and bring the feet mat width apart. Release the arms down beside you. And just come into your final Shavasana, this perfect stillness. Feeling that prana in your heart bursting out into your world, giving everyone everything they could ask for, everything they need to feel secure, supported, confident. Let your body completely soften and relax here. And slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, rocking the head side to side, yes and no, gently. And on your inhale, bring the arms up along the floor overhead and feet together. And on your inhale, take a long stretch. And on your exhale, knees to chest, give yourself a beautiful hug. Gently coming onto your left side and pressing yourself up to a tall seated position. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Smile on our face as we really be stoked, be happy for your efforts today, for showing up and offering abundance, being generous with your heart. And we'll close our class with the sound of Om. And we can offer all the benefits, all of the fruits of our practice into our world. So take a deep inhale and exhale out of the mouth and inhale to Om. May our thoughts and our actions contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. Thank you so much for joining me today. I loved practicing with you, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.